Yeah.
What's poppin', Oragel? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, with a brand new all tea, all shade, Raising Kanan Season 2, Episode 4. If you're new to this channel, I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Yes, I do. And everything that I say is for entertainment value and not to be taken seriously. Let's get into tonight's episode, baby. So the episode starts off with one of Rock's workers doing a shipment, transporting drugs, and they're in a big ass little Mack truck or whatever. The dude stops at a red light. Some white Italian dude stops middle of the street to tie a shoe. Oldest trick in the book. He sits there like a dummy and then ends up getting jacked by the Italians, get his ass beat, and they steal all of the product. So then we see Cartier and Rock at this art gallery, and he's telling her all about the artwork, and he's so highfalutin, and he knows everything about Van Gogh and Picasso and Basquiat, and he's just a regular art connoisseur. And he got on his BBD Belleville DeVoe suit jacket, looked like some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air would have wore on the goddamn show. And Rock sitting up there looking like she the fifth member of En Vogue. And basically he put her up on game, you know, that you got all this money, but what you doing with it? You just got it sitting. And he puts her on to the fact that he washes his dirty money through buying art and then reselling it and making the money clean. So now they about to start, you know, doing business with each other. I don't know if she gonna romantically involve herself with him. I would hope not. You can't go from Symphony to this lame ass nigga. I mean, like, he's smart. Like, I keep him around for business purposes, but not to fucking suck on Rock. Like, he could eat your pussy, but that's about it, girl, because we not going backwards. We're going forwards. You was already a nigga beard for years. I mean, we not about to do that, girl. No, we're not about to do that. You gonna wash your money, girl, and keep it cute. And we gonna keep that pussy on mute, okay? So then we see Kanan. He goes to visit his daddy, in quotations, brother, Vernon. Remember, DEFCON is supposed to be his daddy, but we all know that ain't true. His daddy liked the men's. He did not like Rock ass. So he basically goes to get information on DEFCON, you know, to see how he felt about him. And the dude Vernon just like, I mean, he was a baby, wasn't much to think about. And, you know, Kanan questions like, was he my dad? He was like, who else is gonna be your daddy, nigga? And I was like, damn, calm down, Jill, and got you riled up. So basically, he, you know, dude is like, you know, that's your daddy. You don't need to be questioning that shit. We your family, da 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 da. Now, of course, he don't want it to, you know, be known that Kanan is not DEFCON's son, because DEFCON was gay, and, you know, his brother has this larger than life you know, persona in the hood, and they don't want that shit to go away. Now, is DEFCON supposed to be dead? Because I don't remember them clarifying that he was dead. Where he at? I need to know that. Where DEFCON at? Because they have not clarified that nigga was dead. So Kanan leaves more confused than ever, because it's like my so-called uncle is telling me that, yeah, this nigga is my daddy, and that I remind him so much of him, so he don't really know what to think. And Marvin basically tell him the same thing, like, nigga, that's your daddy, you know, we your family, fuck all that, what you talking about, like, you need to get over it. Like, we ain't got time for this, we got other shit to be worried about. So then we see my boo Lulu go to the studio, and ain't no motherfucking equipment. And he like, Crown, what in the fuck is going on? And then Crown step out in some jeans that my auntie had. You know, the jeans with the suede on the front or the leather on the front, child. Them jeans was so popular in the early 90s. Oh my God. I was so excited when my auntie gave me her leather ones. Oh, you couldn't tell me shit, honey. And Crown, like, you know, I had to get rid of it to pay some of these expenses, but I'm gonna buy it back. He was like, you know, don't be tripping. Lulu flipped the fuck out and yoked that nigga up against the wall and was like, nigga, like, Whoo, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy. And it was just like, okay, Lulu, calm down. We all know that, you can whoop Crown ass, but he already got a bone to pick with Crown anyway for all the shit that went down with old girl. So things is getting real spicy over there at that studio. And when he find out that Rock ass gonna end up buying that motherfucker, oh shit. Ooh, it's gonna be hell to pay. So then we see Jukebox head over to see her mama, Kenya Honey, played by LaToya Luckett. She's hesitant at first to ring the doorbell, but she finally gets, her courage to ring the doorbell. Kenya lets her in, and Kenya is just like so elated and like shocked to see her face to face, and they sit down and have a little one-on-one. And Jukebox get right to it like, girl, why you leave me? What's up, sis? I need the story. Why the fuck did you leave me with this abusive ass, homophobic ass nigga, bitch? Like, what the fuck is going on here? And she basically gives the typical spiel. I was young. I wasn't ready. I didn't even know your daddy like that. I didn't know how I felt about him for real, for real. So I ran. I ran to Los Angeles thinking I was going to become this big time singer and got caught up in a lifestyle. And by the time I looked up, 10 years had passed by and I ain't know if you would want me in your life. And she was like, girl, I did want you in my life. I needed you in my life, and I need you in my life right now. Like, that's basically what she was saying in so many words. And so Ken was like, I know I wasn't there. I'm not going to ask for forgiveness, but I'm here now, and I want to be in your life. And Juke is receptive to that because she really is yearning for a motherly figure. Even though she got rocked, that's still not her mama. That's her auntie. She needs her mama, and especially her mama understands how Marvin is. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of story there that she too needs to know about her daddy. So this shit about to be crazy between Jukebox, Kenya, and Marvin. Because when Marvin find out, girl, woo, it is going to be hell to pay. So then we see Rock and Lulu and Marvin. And they at the little projects or whatever, Kanan with them as well, and it stink up in that motherfucker. I don't know why it stink up in that motherfucker. I don't know if it's the smell of crack being cooked or it's some dead bodies in the wall. I don't know what the fuck was that nasty ass smell, but whatever it was, it had me feeling like it was stinking in my goddamn house. They was acting so goddamn good in that goddamn scene. I was like, shit, do I need to spray this motherfucker? What the hell is going on here? So Rock and them tell Kanan to go in the other room. He don't want to go into this room because it smell like ass and pussy. Stale pussy at that. But he go into the room anyway. And he come across a stack of Nikes, and he going through the boxes, and in one of the boxes he find a stack full of cash. So he end up skimming and taking a stack and putting it in his pocket. Little thieving ass little motherfucker. And I'm like, you ain't learned shit. You ain't learned shit from last season. Because every time your dumb ass do something, somebody end up getting killed behind your dumb ass. So out in the living room area, Rock and her brothers is talking about, getting hijacked. They shit been getting, fucked with out in Jersey. And they up here telling her like, yo, we can't be fucking with these Italian motherfuckers. They on a whole nother league than what we on. It's their territory. We should have, ran up, talked to him first, like, you doing the most, we need to fall the fuck back. But of course Rock don't want to listen to nobody because she thinks she Nino Brown in this bitch. New Jack City or some shit must have came out around this time because you couldn't tell her a motherfucking thing. So Rock was like, fuck all that, set up a motherfucking meeting, bitch. I don't give a fuck about none of what you talking about. So then we see Unique pull up to the bodega once again, fucking with Juliana. I'm like, leave that damn scary ass lady alone. Let her watch her soap operas during the day and leave that lady alone. Shit. She going through enough having to watch all these little badass ghetto kids in this neighborhood stealing fucking ding dongs and shit. And Mountain Dews from the goddamn bodega. Leave that lady alone. She gonna piss on herself. She already still wearing motherfucking sweaters and shit in the summertime. She was over there getting her ass beat. That lady done been through enough. Unique, goddamn it, with your fine ass. So he fucking with her, whatever, letting her know, yeah, I'm still around, bitch. And then she sees him go outside talking to Worrell. And I peeped game in this episode that she did not tell Rock that they was having a whole little conversation outside or whatever. Because I don't know if she knows that Worrell works for Rock or not. But that's gonna come back around sooner than later. That whole situation gonna come back around. So we then see Lulu and Rock and Kanan or whatever leaving the projects heading to their cars, and Lulu, pull Rock to the side. He's like, yo, I'm a little short. I need, some money. I need to borrow some. And she looking like, oh, really? You need to borrow some money. Oh, okay, that's what we doing. You don't want to work. You don't want to be a part of this shit. But then again, when you need something, who you come running to? Okay, hold on to your love. Ooh. And she was like, you know what? I got you, but I'm gonna need for your ass to be on time. I'm gonna need for your ass to be ready to work when I say it's time to motherfucking work, bitch. While you sitting up here trying to be the next baby face. Okay, no, you are not Teddy Riley up in this bitch. I don't know who the fuck you think you is, all right? But that ain't what this is, sir. We out here selling dope, not love songs. So then Kanan, as they're at the car getting ready to leave, asks Rock, Mama, why you had me shoot that cop? That's exactly how he asked it. Mama, why you had me shoot that cop? And so she looking like, what the fuck? I thought we was done with that. So this bitch lie so good, so good. Like, don't flinch, don't blink an eye. And was like, he was going to lock you up for the $120 shit. And he was like, what? They ain't even had no evidence to that. He confused, like, huh? Where the fuck that come from? He was like, there was no evidence. So how could that possibly be? She was like, what you think happened to them boys that were in Central Park, talking about the Central Park 5 shit. I love that reference. I love that they took it there because that was a great example of how the police will blame you for some shit that you ain't even had nothing to do with. You weren't even in the fucking vicinity. And so now that really got Kanan head fucked up, like, damn, was he really trying to, pin $150 death on me? Like, what the fuck? So now his head super duper fucked up. He don't know who the fuck to believe. And I'm like, nigga, believe in your gut. Ask Jesus. Jesus is gonna tell you who your daddy is because your lying ass mama ain't. So we then see Jukebox head back to her crib, her real crib with her daddy. She walking through that motherfucker making sure he ain't there because, she don't fuck with him, and she kind of like having PTSD from what happened. So she see he ain't there, so she run upstairs in her room, and her room is totally redecorated because, last time she was in that motherfucker, it was tore up from that fist fight that they had because he was dragging her ass all around that room. I mean, he thought he was Ike Turner some shit because he was fucking her up. So he done repainted the walls, put the bed and stuff back. He got gifts waiting for her, an actual like little jukebox machine where she can sing and shit. And so she looking like I hope this motherfucker don't think that I'm supposed to come back home because you didn't bought me some shit and redecorated. Like, nigga, you whooped my ass. Like I wasn't even your fucking daughter. Like, the fuck? So she headed into her closet and started pulling out all of her old dresses and shit. And Marvin walks in and was like, oh my God, you home? And he catch her and like she just freeze because she's scared of him. Like this is her father, but she is scared of him. They already had a contentious relationship. This just made it worse. And so he was like, you like the room or whatever? And he was like, I thought that this would, the color reminded me of you. Like, you could tell he's really sorry and remorseful for what he did. But like, how can you come back from that? How can you come back from such a thing? I couldn't come back from that. Fuck that nigga. Like, nigga, we gonna have to speak to Ayanla, the Pope, Mother Teresa, goddammit, Gandhi, Mary and Magdalena in order to get my ass to forgive you. Fuck that. So she ended up just running out with her little dresses and shit. And his feelings is hurt, but nigga, you did it. So then we see Rock and Marvin and Lulu meet up with the Italians. And the Italians is basically the head nigga was like, look, you want to serve shit over here in Jersey, my nigga, you need to pay that toll booth. Like, can't nothing happen over here without my say so. So, bitch, you gonna have to pay this fee. And if not, we gonna have a motherfucking problem. Rock ass, once again, thinks she Nino Brown. She ball up the fucking piece of paper he gave her with the amount and throw it on the ground and was like, basically, she was good. Like, she gonna do what the fuck she wanna do anyway. And gave him her ass to kiss. Now, mind you, when the meeting started off, Lulu ass decided that he was gonna speak up first and end up getting embarrassed. So Rock ended up checking that nigga after the meeting, was like, don't you ever speak for me. Like, ever. ever. Like, I don't know what the fuck you thought, but this ain't that. So she was like, now we gonna transport this shit via the school bus. And Lulu like, nigga, like, your ass ain't learned shit. These motherfuckers gonna kill us. Like, we in a whole new territory, a whole new game now. But once again, you can't tell Rock shit. And Lulu in this case is right. But the Italian little mob nigga low key liked her feistiness and that she wasn't no punk. So I'm gonna wait and see how this shit gonna go down. I think it's gonna be a war, but I think at some point they gonna end up working with each other or some shit. I don't know, Bernie, but shit is getting real heated. It's getting real spicy. So we then see Famous having this loud ass house party like he in the D'Angelo Lady video or some shit. They in there smoking weed, drinking Heinekens and shit. Music up hella loud, baby. I would have hated to stay in that building because I would have cussed them the fuck out. So mind you, all of this is paid for by Kanan with the money he stole from his mama. And I'm wondering, is this shit gonna come up falling back on Famous, like Famous been stealing from them? But then again, like, how could that possibly be when Famous don't even come to the projects, don't even know where the money is at for them to blame Famous? But I feel like Famous is gonna end up getting fucked up somehow, some way behind this, or Worrell or somebody. Some shit gonna happen. So it's a knock on the door, and it's they neighbor, well, it's Famous neighbors, a lady by the name of Palomar and her daughter Corinne. Both of them hella pretty or whatever. The one chick is on that Tyler Perry show Sisters or whatever. And they both got their eye on Kanan. The mama a hoe and the daughter a hoe, and they both compete with each other. I'm like, shit, well, you might as well just go ahead and set that pussy out, both of y'all at the same damn motherfucking time. Shit, while y'all sitting up here competing for dick. Underage dick at that. So the little hot ass girl asked her mama, can she stay? And she was like, yeah, you can stay for a little while. I don't want him to get the wrong impression of you. But this pussy over here is open 24/7, like 7-Eleven up in this bitch. And so Kanan looking at the mama like, okay, girl. I'm gonna fuck your daughter first, then I'm gonna fuck you. Now I'm wondering, because I can't remember what Kanan baby mama name was on Power. I gotta go back and look, because I can't wait for us to meet her on this show. And see what that whole situation gonna be about. Like, was he ever in love with her? Did he love her? Or was she always a hoe? Because the Korean girl give me that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because remember how he fucked with the mama in on Power, but he ain't fuck with her like that. Like, she held him down though. Remember that whole time he was in jail? Because remember on that one episode he fucked her, and she ended up giving him his stash. And he was like, damn, that's what's up. Like, you kept it real. Like, you ain't skim, take nothing off the top, and gave her some money or whatever. So we gonna see where this goes and see if she is the baby mama, or if not, when is the baby mama gonna show up, because I'm ready for that. So we then see Howard fucking that same little bitty titty hooker. And she wasn't rolling that pussy right. So he pushed her up off of him. And she was like, one thing I do know is about men, while you sitting up here with attitude. So he ended up confessing to her that he got a son. And she was basically on some shit like, you got to make him know that you here, like, you gonna be there no matter what. That's what you got to make him understand. Like, it's basically about showing improvement. So once again, she done helped him out with this situation with Kanan. Then we see Jukebox at Rock House pulling her hair out the ponytail, because now she's trying to be more feminine like her mama, because she don't really know who she is yet. You know what I'm saying? She knows she like girls, but she was dressing like a boy because she was raised by a man. Now she around her mama, she want to be more feminine to be liked and loved by her mama or whatever. So she's still trying to figure out who the fuck she is. So she ended up telling Rock, I saw my mama today. And Rock looking like, oh, really? And so she was like, oh, did she come looking for you? She was like, no, I went looking for her. And she was like, so she never thought to come find you herself? And so you could tell, like, that just hurt Jukebox so much, because, yeah, like, she been home for a year. Why didn't she come looking for me? Why did I have to go looking for her? Was she ever gonna try to say something to me? Like, what's the tea on that? But we all know that Rock is only doing that to be self-serving. because she wants to keep them apart. I don't know what happened between Kenya and Marvin, but it's like she wants to keep Rock from fucking with her for real, for real. So I can't wait to see like what's going to pull them apart, because something is going to end up pulling them apart. And somehow, some way, her mama gonna end up not being in her life once again. I don't know if the mama gonna get killed, or they gonna push her away, or sabotage the shit. But obviously, their relationship don't last that long. And I was like, damn, Rock, you ain't shit, bitch. Ooh, you the devil. Beautiful ass devil, you. So Worrell and Marvin are doing the count up, and he's short. And he like, look, I counted that shit up. I put it in the boxes. And he was like, who told you to put the shit in the boxes? He was like, that's how me and Neek. And he was like, nigga, you ain't working for Neek no more, bitch. What the fuck you think this is? Like, nah, nigga. So Marvin calmed down. He was like, so somebody's skimming off the top. We gonna find out, and when we do, that motherfucker gonna get handled. Now, at that point, when he was saying, that's how me and Neek did it, I would have really had my eye on that nigga at that point. Because it's obvious, nigga, you still caught up in your old life and not your new life. And I'm going to have to keep my eye on you. Because, you know, Worrell is playing both sides at this point. So Juliana tells Rock at the bodega, like, Neek done pulled up on me again. Like, that nigga being disrespectful. He basically punking us. He making us look weak. We need to do something about this shit. And she was like, you know, it's a game. It's all a part of my plan. She was like, well, girl, I ain't playing your game. No, I'm not doing it. Like, because I'm going to end up telling my people. And then if I tell my people, it's going to be a problem between my people and your people. Like, I don't know what type of game you think we playing over here, but I ain't playing that for a nigga to be pulling up on me, threatening me and shit. Like, nah. And I'm with Juliana on it. Like, he done already robbed your ass, kidnapped me. Now he's still coming around here fucking with me, and you talking about it's all a part of the game? Bitch, fuck you and your pressing curl. You got me fucked to the up. So we then see Rock and Symphony at a crib, looking at a crib, because, you know, she's trying to buy her house or whatever. And she asked him to come to help her, when really she just wanted to see that nigga. And he was like, girl, why am I here? And, you know, she steady playing that game. And he was like, look, I need for you to tell me what happened, and now you needed me to take Kanan out of town. She was like, the police are tripping, and at the end of the day, I need to protect my son. Now, she was not lying. She just omitted some things. So then they having a conversation, and he basically tell her, look, if you ain't gonna fuck with me on that level, just let me go, like a little bitch. I'm like, what, nigga? This ain't a Tony Braxton song. What the fuck is going on here? So she was like, you a grown man. You could do what you do want to do. Like, I can't make you do something you don't want to do. It's obvious that you want to be here. So he tells her, you know, when we met and we started fucking around, you told me that I was like a vacation to you. He was like, but I don't want to be no vacation. I want to be home for you, and walked away. And I was like, you want me to take off my clothes now or later? Now, mind you, they didn't already smashed her at the other crib, but she was trying to show him to the bedroom. Now, I think they fucked. They ain't show it, but I think they fucked. I think they was alluding to them fucking. But I'm with Symphony, even though he said it in a little soft ass, bitch ass way. Like, you ain't gonna keep on fucking with my heart, playing with me. You only want to fuck with me when it's convenient for you. And then when you want to spaz the fuck out, you want to push me away. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she need to let him know what's up. But this Cartier shit is still going down. So I know that Symphony ain't all the way gone. They gonna fuck back around again. I feel like at some point she gonna end up getting that nigga killed behind her shit. So we then see Unique over there at the tailor shop, looking through fabrics and shit while he on the phone with the Italians, letting the Italians know that Rock got another shipment that's about to come through on a motherfucking bus. But when it come through, don't fuck with his man Worrell. So as soon as he get done giving the information, here come Burke ass in his hot ass trench coat. And she asking him, you know, I heard you got, you know, framed. You know, you didn't do it. Rock, you know, on that ass pretty much. And she was like, you know, I'm going to keep my eye on you. And he like, I'm going to keep my eye on you too, baby girl. You won't scare nothing over here. And I'm just ready for Burke to get shot. Because her character is just like, ugh, to me. It's like been there, done that, seen it 50 million times. We all know how this story is gonna play out. It's just kind of like tired and boring to me, her storyline. Like, I need for her just going somewhere and sit the fuck down. So then we see Worrell, of course, on the school bus over in Jersey. The bus get jacked. He, of course, was in on it, knew exactly what was going on, and, you know, played along with it. He didn't get shot or killed, nothing like that. But he was looking like afterwards, after the shit happened and the Italian sped off, he was nodding his head like, whoo, shit, like this shit went down good. Now, you know, we gonna be back in business, me and Neek, like it's about to be on and popping again. I can go back over to that side. Now, I don't know if Neek just gonna let that shit ride, that when I was down, you went over to the op. I don't really see him trusting him like that. I could see him getting back on his feet and then killing that nigga, like using him for whatever he needs right now. But in the long run, nigga, I know I can't fuck with you on that level no more, so you gonna have to go once I get what I need. Then at the end of the episode, we see Kanan leaving the crib as Raquel is walking into the house. And she like, where you going? He was like, I'm about to go kick it with Famous. And she was like, all right. But she, you know, a mama know her son. So she knew that this nigga was lying. So she watches him as he walks out the crib. And then we see him walking up to Howard's crib. Knock on the door. Howard come to the door and just look at him. Like, oh, okay. All right. You fucking with me. Come on in. So he walking in the crib, and then we see a shot of Rock sitting at the end of the corner in her Jeep watching everything go down. And she is fucked to the up. She is fucked to the up because all her lies is about to blow up in her fucking face, and she gonna have to do something. She gonna have to tell the truth. She gonna have to kill this nigga. She gonna have to do something because her world is about to come crashing the fuck down because nobody knows the truth. Nobody knows the truth except for DEFCON and I guess his brother. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think her brothers and them don't even know that DEFCON ain't Kanan daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, her whole persona is about to go up in flames when this shit comes out. And people gonna really see the links that her ass will go to for herself. You know what I'm saying? To protect herself and to keep herself in a position of power. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode of Raising Kanan, I'm going to give it a B+. It was a cute episode. I'm ready for some action to go down. I'm ready for some shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I'm ready for shit to get the rocking and rolling with Marvin finding out that Kenya is back. I want to see what's going to happen between Marvin and his teacher at the anger management class. I want to see what's going to happen between Rock and Cartier. I can't wait to find out Lulu's reaction when Rock by the studio and basically kick his ass out and fuck up his dreams. I can't wait to somebody end up dying behind Kanan ass stealing and shit. It's gonna be so much shit that's gonna go down. I do think that by the end of this season, maybe Famous is gonna die. I think he might end up getting killed or either getting locked up. I think by the end of this season, Kanan is gonna be 100% over his mama and realizing that her ass don't give a fuck about him for real, and we're gonna really see Kanan turn and start becoming the Kanan that we saw years later on Power. I think by the end of this season, we gonna see Jukebox go through the same thing where she gonna really see that I ain't really got nobody that I can really fuck with and trust. So that's gonna harden her as well and probably push her closer to Burke. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna go down this season. I'm just ready for it to rev up. Normally by episode 5. Episode 5 is normally, you know, a banging episode where a lot of shit go down and a lot of shit is exposed. So I'm excited for next week's episode. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.